Hey guys, deep scratches down through the clear coat, uh, as horrible and hideous and depressing as they are, they're not the end of the world. I want to go over two types, um, and I'll show you how to take care of one of those today. Two common types is the scratch going down through the clear, down through the base into the surface of the car. One that's a little bit simpler to take care of is the one that goes down through the clear into the base coat. Now, there's only going to be one way to take care of that 100%, and that's a body shop. But as detailers, we can get it from looking like a horrible defect on your car into something you can only see if you have your nose butted up against the surface. So we're going to take care of something like this today. We're going to round off the edges, take some of the reflective glare from light away from this, make it look less hideous. We're going to do some wet sanding, buffing, and polishing. Let's do it. These deep scratches are through the clear coat, but not all the way down to the metal. Magnifying the problem, somebody put a clear on top of the scratch. You could probably see it better at this angle. We'll have to remove that first. First thing we have to do is remove the brush clear, grab a little bit of acetone and get rid of it. We're going to wet sand here, starting off with 1000 grit. Just a little tip, if you don't have an instrument to measure the depth of the paint, just do a little bit at a time, wipe clean, and look at the surface of the paint. If you don't see the orange peel effect anymore, you're getting deep enough to go to the next stage. I'll need to cut a little bit deeper here, so we're going to keep going. We will not be able to remove the scratch completely. We are going to diminish them as much as possible. The jagged edges I felt before are already starting to smooth out. That looks pretty good, so we're going to switch to the 3000 grit and start smoothing things out a bit. Make the area you're working just a little bit larger every time you step down. Moving on to 5000 grit. Again, making the area a little bit wider. This sort of blends things in a bit. We want smooth transition and contrast in the area. We're trying not to draw attention. All right, looks good. We're ready for the next step. We're going to grab a heavy cut compound. We're going to grab the rotary and a cutting pad. Prep the pad. Put a little dab on the scratch. We're going to spread it out a bit and work it in. The tool is held at a slight angle. Pressure is slight, and we're just going to work back and forth and remove the sand marks from the 5000 grit disc. The sanding discs themselves have done all the work. All we're concentrating on here is removing the sand marks. And already from here I can just barely see an outline of the scratches. This whole process, guys, is done to remove all the jagged edges from the scratch. Let's take, for instance, a diamond. They purposely cut all those jagged edges in there so the light reflects and gives it all the attention. We want to take the attention away from the scratch, so we're actually doing the opposite. We're taking all the jagged edges away, getting it nice and smooth, and when you take it out in the sun, you can barely see it. I hope that all makes sense, but in essence, that's what we're doing. Next step is going to be your next polishing cream, and for me, on my rotary is going to be a soft polishing pad, a wool pad. Be a finishing step for me with the rotary, ending with a swirl-free refined finish. I really enjoy the result that this pad gives me. You'll take notice of the long fibers on this wool pad. It's soft, it's plush, and it does a great job. And after the job is complete, we're going to pull the car out into direct sunlight and show off a swirl-free finish. Always stop periodically and check your work. If you have to go over it again, go over it again. Heck, there's been several times I've gone already back to square one, started with the wet sanding again. Speed for this step is going to be locked in at 1800, a slight angle, medium pressure. If you're satisfied, it's on to the next step with your choice of wax, sealant, coating, whatever you're going to do, and protect the area. You have to remember we have that clear pretty thin in that area, so we want to build it back up and protect it with something. Mop the area clean with a plush microfiber towel. Check your work one final time. Here's your before and after. Customer happy. Believe me, it's still there, but you have to be at the perfect angle to see it. And like I said at the beginning of the video, a scratch like that is only going to be repaired 100% by Body Shop. As a detailer, we can doctor it up and hopefully avoid the body shop for that customer and turn it around from a horrible surface defect into something you're going to see only at a perfect angle. If you have any comments or questions or concerns, don't hesitate to ask. I'll get back to everyone. Brian from Apex Detail. We'll catch you next time.